Howdy, howdy. Trying to get ready here, and I'm not doing too good of a job. Hang on. All right. What's happening? How's everybody doing this beautiful Thursday? Let's check the chat box. Sorry, trying to get set up here, man. As you can see, still a struggle all the time. Ricky Hull. What's up, my man? Ricky Hull? I think that's Adam EVH. I need to go back and look here. Oh, wow. Yeah, sorry. Missing comments here. Adam EVH says, nice axe, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, we're getting ready to talk about that. Big Dan. Good morning, the accountant Big Dan. Center. Hey, it made it in one piece. Yes. Craig, Guitar Wannabe says, yo, JW. What's up, Craigster? Let's see. Ricky Hull, my man Ricky Hull says, what up, Joe? How you doing, Mr. Slick Rick? Let's see. Craig says shredding. No, not with these technical mishaps. It's awful, man. Wow. Craig, you crazy, man. Big Dan says, nice guitar, Joe. Mike Ray's in the house. Bruce Anderson, happy new guitar day. Joe Wentz, I love the studio. Thank you, man. Slick Rick says he's doing good. Bruce Anderson is in the house. Yes. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the thumbs up so far. Thank you so much. That supports the channel. I really appreciate it. Yes, this is a brand new, well, it's new for me, Gibson Les Paul Studio that I acquired from our good friend Stefan, a.k.a. Sinner, from Our Metal Stage podcast. It is beautiful, beautiful guitar. It's loaded with Seymour Duncan pickups. I think he said there's a JB in the bridge, and I can't remember what's in the neck position. Sinner, you can help me out there if you can. If you're still there, gold hardware, speed knobs. It's even got the gold input jack plate right there. It's beautiful. And jazz pickup in the neck. Thank you, Center. Thank you. I couldn't remember, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Ricky Hull says, really nice. Yes. beautiful. It plays phenomenal. The action and stuff on here is unbelievable. So Center did a killer job of setting it up. So thank you, Center, aka Stefan. Thank you, man, very much. I really, really appreciate it, man. Working with me on this stuff. Thank you so much. Oh, Gary Kramer. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get me a new snark tuner too, man. I was talking to my son last night on the phone, and we was talking about snark tuners. He's a guitar player as well, you know. And he said, "You know how much they want for these snark tuners at Guitar Center?" I said, "I have no idea, son. Probably too much." And Ricky Hull, that's my buddy Ricky Hull, man. We used to work together. Where I currently am employed now. He used to work there. He's there for 6.5 years, and he got his own big rig, so he's working. He's got his own company now. So congratulations, Mr. Hull, making that nice paycheck. Awesome, man. Be safe out there, Slick, wherever you're driving to, man. He's a good man. He's a very nice person, man. But my son and I were talking about oh, you're rolling. Oh, rolling. Be careful. Center says Sweetwater.com, Big Dan Hall, the accountant, if you want a snark tuner. Here's what we discovered last night. Yes, Sweetwater, absolutely. Sweetwater or American Musical or whatever, but my son was telling me, see how much they want for these at Guitar Center? I said, Nathan, there ain't no telling. He said, $29.99. I said, for a snark tuner? He said, yeah. I said, nah, man, that's crazy. I said, and he pulled it up on Amazon. He found them for $9.99, brand new on Amazon. And I was like, man, that'll work. I'm a Prime member too, so I can get the free 2-day shipping. Now, here's the trick about Amazon. If you want to be a Prime member, they kept blowing my phone up about being a Amazon Prime member, right? And I was like, man, I ain't worried about that because I don't ever do that much on Amazon, you know. So finally, I looked into it and I was like, well, you can watch all these cool movies and documentaries too for free if you're Amazon. And there's a crap load of music documentaries on Amazon, on the Amazon video stuff too. And it said you can watch all these if you're a Prime member for free, or you can rent them. And I was like, well, so you can either, what is it, $99 for a year membership being a Prime member, or you can pay by the month. But here's where they get you. It's what is it, $9.99 a month? So just say $10 a month for 12 months. That's $120. So you're paying a little bit more if you do it by the month, but it just works that way for me because I didn't have $100 to throw down. So just my opinion. But I'm gonna get me another snark tuner, but I want to get a red one because I asked my son. I said, they got different colors, right? He goes, yeah. He's thinking about getting a blue one. I said, well, I want a red one. So I like to have a backup, man. Maybe it might pay to wait till like Cyber Monday. You know what I'm saying? Probably get a great deal on some stuff like that on Cyber Monday, you know. That's when we do our shopping, what we have before Cyber Monday, you know, instead of going out and all that mess on Black Friday. My wife and stepdaughter, they've done it. I don't know, nothing to do with that. Light up the sky. I wish I could play that, Craigster. You're the man on that stuff. Craig Guitar Wannabe, everybody. Awesome guitar player. I think he personally built a stealth model 5150. It's gorgeous. Phenomenal guitar player, guitar builder. Yeah, check him out on YouTube and Facebook. Craig Guitar Wannabe. Craig, throw your Facebook stuff in there if you want, man, in the chat. Let people check you out. I mean, he's amazing. He throws out these little, especially your Instagram, Craig. He throws out these little things here and there on Instagram, playing different guitar stuff, Van Halen riffs and stuff. I think it's cool, to tell you the truth. Yes, man. Adam EVH is in the house. He says, Craig Guitar Wannabe is a badass player. He is, man. He's a really nice guy too, man. I've talked to him on the phone a couple of times. Super nice dude. Okay, let me lean up and just got numbers on here. That's hard to read. Let's see. What is that? Craigster66 on Instagram, folks. If you want to follow Craig Guitar Wannabe, Craigster66 on Instagram. Check him out, man. Craig says, thank you, Joe. Also need $49.95 if you want me to send you the Stealth 5150. Sure. Wait till Cyber Monday. He didn't say that. Craig, you're very welcome, man. No, not a problem at all, my friend. Very welcome. And a happy belated birthday to Joe Suma. I think that was yesterday. I meant to wish him happy birthday yesterday. I know he doesn't never watch this, but I'd like to wish him a happy birthday. Talk about another great player, man. Holy smokes, man. God almighty. Oh, okay, Craig. Cool, man. Yeah, thank you. He said, inbox me your address. I'll send you some pics. Thank you very much. Oh, yes, I will. Thank you. Speaking of pics, Center hooked me up with some more of his cool pics. I like that slow reveal right there. Very cool, man. Yes, these Center pics are awesome. I play these all the time. I don't even hardly use my pick. I don't use my picks in a long time. See if we can switch. I think we got. All right, let's see here. There you go. Thank you. Mike himself is in there. Thank you. I'm trying to catch up on the chat here. Thank you, Mike himself. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Yeah, thank you to Center for helping me out on this. This is a fabulous guitar. Plays great. I've been sitting here playing it for probably about 30 minutes before I went live. Let's see. Center says he just subbed to Craig Guitar Wannabe on YouTube. Awesome. Craigster says, I'll be with Joe Suma tomorrow. I'll tell him you asked for him. Yeah. I was just wanting to wish him a happy birthday, man. I think that's, I love to listen to the man play. I mean, it's just, I saw the video of him playing your, Stealth 5150 there, Craigster, and I was like, Jesus, man. I wish I could play like that. Damn. He's awesome. Big Dan Hall, the accountant, is in the house. He says, I love the Center O picks. Yeah, they are phenomenal. They're great picks, man. Center, yes, I saw that. Thank you. Thank you very much for the candy. He sent me a whole bunch of candy that I believe was transplanted from Sweetwater. And yes, I saw that. Thank you. I opened it up. I just kind of laughed at myself, to myself, at myself. Yeah, I laugh at myself too. Look like a freaking idiot. But yeah, I saw the candy. I said, "Ooh, look, Halloween." That was cool. Yes, thank you, Senator. That was awesome. Craig Guitar Wannabe says, I love the tone. Oh, excuse me. I like the tone, Joe. What are you playing through? Out of the guitar into a Vox Wah, a Dan Electro Pastrami overdrive, and the very last pedal in the chain, the EP Booster by Exotic, which I got that on recommendation from Adam EVH and Center. From out of that, going into the Digitech RP1000, I'm using preset number 43, which says Blues Drive, and it's got a little reverb, little delay, just a little bit of distortion into the Zoom R8, out of there into the phone. And if everything goes well, I'll be having a new piece of gear Friday, something really small that will uh, hopefully improve my audio and audio clarity while I'm doing these live streams. Not that this is bad, this is great too, but what I'm looking at is specifically designed for this. Some people know what I'm talking about, some don't. If you're not sure, just tune back in Friday and you'll see what I'm talking about. And it's very cool, very awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Yes, Senator, I got the candy. That's awesome, man. Craig, talking about Joe Suma. Yeah, he's the real deal, man. He's a badass player. He's phenomenal. Mike's himself. People talk a lot of crap about Gibson, but when you get a good one, it's well worth it. I have a 2012 standard LP. Wouldn't trade it for anything. Absolutely, Mike's himself. I agree. I believe Senator told me this is a 90s model. So yeah, it's got some age on it, but it feels. The thing about, to me, what I noticed right off the bat, and I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it feels broke in. It feels played. Maybe I'm wrong, but it just feels good. The neck's not too thick, nothing like that. So if you go back and listen to our Metal Stage podcast, what was that, last week or something? They talked about Gibson, are they in trouble and all that, and we discussed that Gibson is great. Up until about 2015, they started kind of having some issues with a lot of guitars. A lot of it still is hit and miss. But anyway, I don't want to spoil it, but go back into our Metal Stage on YouTube and check out that podcast. It says, "Is Gibson in trouble?" or something like that. It's awesome. It's a great podcast, and they touch on that a lot. Jim Guidry, hey man, what was that? Faraz? Is that? Oh man, this chat's moving. Hey Faraz, hey, thank you, man. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining, brother Jim. Okay, I'm trying to get caught up here. Sorry. Jim Guidry says, "Nice guitar." Thank you, Jim. Yes, it's lovely, man. I love it. Beautiful. It plays great. Senator said he believes this Gibson Les Paul Studio is a 94 or 95. That's awesome, man. Wow. Johnny Bean, yo, today from 2 to 5, Starbucks. It's 2 drinks for 1. Johnny's advertising for Starbucks. That's got to be Starbucks' greatest customer right there. I guess just like I am with Arby's, huh? Let's see. Adam EVH says, "Hello, Jim." Mike's himself. Get a hard case for that, baby. Watch the headstock. I do, yeah. Center did put it in a hard case. He sure did. Mike himself. Yeah, he hooked me up, man, on everything. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Yeah, man. She sounds great, though. These pickups sound phenomenal. Doing the bridge right now, right? So let's do something in the bridge, and then we'll go to the neck. Let's go to the neck. Still getting warmed up, man. Still getting warmed up. Let's see. Let's see. Mike's himself. Okay. He says if you ever want to look up the serial number on that Les Paul, if it's a 94, that was some sort of anniversary model, and the serial number was different. I had a different sequence regarding a 94 model. Oh, cool, man. I didn't. That's awesome to know. Wow. That's cool, man. Thank you. Well, thank you, Johnny. I appreciate it, man. Tag I'm it. What in the world? Y'all playing chat tag? Is that what this is? That's funny. Plays great, man. It feels great too. Yes. So thank you again to Center. Absolutely. Thank you, man. I really, really appreciate it. Mike himself says, later, Joe. Later, guys. I'm off to that salt mines. Have a good weekend. Whoa, this thing. Gary Kramer. Johnny, send me that damn coaster, will you? Damn. Off to the salt mines. All right. Mike's himself, thank you for joining, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for taking the time to join. I really appreciate it very much, sir. Hope you have a great day. Yeah, I'll be leaving here in a little while myself. Go to work and going back to Savannah one more time for the week, and that should be it for this week. Lord mercy. Woke up and I think why am I about to recite a Skid Row song? Woke up to hear the sound of pouring rain. That's what it sounded like when I woke up. Can we do that? God, that's been too long, man. Charlie S. Hey, Joe, dig the studio. Good luck and enjoy it. Thank you, Charlie S. Appreciate it, man. Adam EVH says, have a good one, Mike. Yes. Johnny Bean says, I want an LP Studio 2. I have an Epiphone custom, not a bad guitar. I think I'll get it out and play it today. Yes, it's a what's that other? Well, I got the Zach Wild mono. It's Epiphone, and my other Epiphone. I think it's Les Paul custom as well. Yeah, those I don't have a problem with those guitars at all, man. Those guitars play great. I was just lucky to come across this with Center. He was kind enough to hook me up. Excuse me. Charlie S. Anytime I bought a Les Paul, it was always a studio, never like the binding on the necks. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, this neck feels pretty comfortable, man. I was surprised, It really was. Really? Come on, man. I'm trying to look over here at my laptop at the comments, and I look and I see the video is all blurry, and I look over here and it's like, oh God. Okay, let's see. Yeah, see, it's fun to play, man. I can't stop playing the guitar. Cinero says it should be in good playing shape. Joe, frets were all dressed and checked for leveling. Yes, it is. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Yes, it's in phenomenal playing shape. I noticed that. I mean, within seconds of playing it, I was like, damn, this thing's set up good. I love low action, too. Charlie S., it's 39 degrees this morning in Jersey. First morning with frost on our car windows. Not ready. Oh, man. God, I know it got chilly here last night. I think it was it's just nasty last night here. Yesterday, it was all day. It was gloomy and rainy. It was like 45 degrees, 46. When I got home, it was like 40. I was like, oh, God. But, I'll take that over 100 degrees or, 90 something with 100% humidity. Jim Guidry says, the studio sounds phenomenal. Thank you, Mr. Guidry. Thank you, man. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that. Big Dan Hall, the accountant, says, I agree, Charlie, not ready for cold weather either. Johnny Bean says, yeah, I guess it's snowing in places. Seeing pics on Facebook. Yeah, man, it's coming, man. Old man winter. Yeah, it's Lordy mercy. Yeah, I don't mind cool weather. I just don't like cold weather. You know what I'm saying? I can deal with this 45, 48, and you have to put on a little jacket or whatever. I'm cool with that. That's fine. You start getting down in the 20s and the teens, and I don't like that stuff. Let's see. Joe, that's got to be a newer model, not used to seeing the blocks on the front porch. Usually has dots on the studio, but it looks awesome. Also dig the vintage keys as opposed to chrome. Yeah, I'm going by what my man Center would know. He does all his research on that stuff. And this chat box is flying. Well, I'm telling you. Craig. Okay. Craigster says, I got to get back to work. Joe, have a great day. Thank you, man. Thank you for hopping on, Mr. Craig. I appreciate that. Oh, I was wondering what you meant, Charlie. I had a feeling you meant first fret, but it come out front porch. I thought you were just being hip. I was like, that's a new one. I haven't heard that one. You know. Yeah, Johnny Bean says, "See you, Craig." Yeah, Craig's a cool dude, man. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know what you meant, Charlie. It's all good, man. It's all good, my friend. I know exactly what you meant, sir. Oh man. Yeah, so yeah, I haven't really had a chance to go live or even play for a couple of days, man. Just been busy. I mean, man, just trying to take care of stuff and uh man, it's been really busy. So it was nice to come on today. Thank y'all for hopping on. I really appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Thank you. Thank you for those thumbs ups. That's phenomenal. Thank you so much, man. That's great. Anytime I hit double digits on thumbs ups, that's kick ass to me. I think that's great, you know. So thank you. Uh let's see. Oh, he's asking Johnny about a guitar. Oh, okay, okay. Charlie S says later, Joe. Have a safe day. Thank you, Charlie S. Man. Thank you for hopping in. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah. Wow. Oh boy. So yeah, the past couple of days, I've been really listening to my new audiobook. I Want My MTV talks about the birth of MTV in 1981, and it's going up through the whole era when MTV first started, the kind of videos they had. And right now I'm at the point where I just got past the hair metal stage. And now it's getting into like I guess the grunge or new, that kind of era. But it talked about, you know, how much videos were to make back then, how they got to be real expensive. Man, there's a lot of money. And, talking about, what was that when Bon Jovi come out with those videos like Wanted Dead or Alive and Living on a Prayer. You remember those videos where like I think it was Living on a Prayer where he was on that stage and he was like had some cables hooked to him. He went flying across the audience, and they built that stage and everything for that video. It was they went to some auditorium somewhere and they actually built that stage and painted the name Bon Jovi on the stage. You've seen the video. They did all that and hooked the harness to him and he flew across. And a lot of people said that set the platform from that era for people that wanted to bands. They would see a cool video like that and they would get ideas and say, hey, we need to do something like that. Have like some live shots from the crowd and all this stuff. And I thought it was kind of funny because this one person that was with MTV, he said, I really didn't see what the big deal was about the Bon Jovi videos with him with a harness and all. He said, Van Halen done it first. Talking about, Panama when he's doing that. I thought that was funny. I was like, wow, I didn't even think about that, But they said when they were doing that Panama video, because it talked about a few of the artists that just blew up in the 80s because of MTV. And, of course, Madonna, according to the book, Madonna could do no wrong because her videos just blew up on MTV. Michael Jackson, and Van Halen, man, Twisted Sister, all that stuff, man. Janet Jackson, it was just crazy, man. But they said that when they were doing the Panama video, well, this is what it said in the book, and they all put that harness on each band member, and you remember that video, and then it's got Michael Anthony going and he's holding his Jack Daniels bass and he's flopping through the air. And they said when they got him off that harness, he about couldn't hardly walk because it was it about messed him up permanently in a certain area, if you know what I'm talking about. I was like, oh. Oh, yeah. And they talked about one part. They talked about the Lost Weekend with Van Halen. Johnny, if you still here, I know you're familiar with this, but this is what I thought was very interesting. The Lost Weekend with Van Halen. I'm not sure what year that was. Let's see. What was it? 84, 85? No, Dave was still in there, so it was like 83, 84. Yeah. And 84, yes. And so okay, here's the thing that got me. All right. That Lost Weekend with Van Halen was just a dude that hung out with Van Halen, right? And the guy that he like won a contest and won a guitar from Eddie Van Halen. So there's two different contests, right? That's two different things. That's what I'm trying to get straight here. Because in this book, I Want My MTV, this guy that won yes, he says, okay, I was about to say, I said, because this guy don't look nothing like the guy that that has the guitar. I said, he don't look nothing like that, And so, I mean, because that old footage is on from that contest is on YouTube. Because I've looked it up. The guy that won the Lost Weekend with Van Halen, but man, it was wow. They talked about that, and Johnny says the guy I know with Eddie's guitar was in '85. Okay, all right. So yeah, so this was the Lost Weekend with Van Halen '84, and this guy won it. And what happened was he was able to send so many postcards in for the contest because he had got hurt. I can't remember if it was at work or he fell or something, and he hit his head, and they had to put a metal plate in his head because he was starting to have like clotting in his brain, blood clotting and stuff. Anyway, so he was at home recuperating for a long time, and he would see the commercials on MTV, Lost Weekend with Van Halen, enter now, So he said he filled out postcard after postcard after postcard and was sending all that stuff in, right? So, of course, that increased his chances. And they said they had over 1 million entries, I think. And I want to say that's what they said. I was like, my God. And so this is the heyday of Van Halen for that David Lee Roth period, right? Of course. And so he won. So he goes, and all that stuff, and he parties with them and all that stuff. They brought him on stage. I think they put cake in his face, poured champagne on him and all this stuff. And then, but what's wild is backstage is what or what they said in the book, that Alex Van Halen got him back there and had him shotgunning some Schlitz malt liquor. I was like, oh my God. He had that boy shotgunning beer and all this stuff. He smoked a doobie with David Lee Roth, and they got a stripper to come in there, and all the guys in the band were I think they were like putting cake on the stripper or something, rubbing her down with the cake. I think is what it said in the book. And I was like, holy smokes. And David Lee Roth told the stripper, take care of our buddy here. And he looked at the guy that won. He said, I think it's time for you to meet whatever the girl's name was, Mandy or whatever. He said, I think it's time for you to meet Mandy. So they backstage and went to a separate area, let's just say, and no cameras and nothing was allowed. It was nobody back there but that boy that won and the girl, the stripper or whatever. And he said he things escalated or whatever, And I was like, damn. But what happened was after that, he got back home and, people saw him, he won the contest and all that stuff. And man, I don't know, he just got really bad on some drinking and drugs. But what was the main thing? Let me digress for a second. When he was up in the room the next day or whatever, the next night or whatever with Van Halen, he had drank so much, he started hurting real bad in his head. Remember, I told you he had a metal plate, right? And I don't know if things started swelling or what. I don't know. But that boy started going crazy, man, like a nut job. So they had to get a guy, some kind of one of Van Halen's security team or something, to sit with that boy all night long. And while he slept, to watch him while he slept, to make sure that he didn't go in convulsions or have, stop breathing or something like that. And I was like, my God. And so he survived that, and he went back home, but he started getting really drinking a lot, doing drugs. And it just wasn't good, It wasn't good. I kind of felt sorry for the dude, but he knew what he was doing. So somebody said something to him to the effect of, "Oh, you won the Lost Weekend with Van Halen in '84. So how was that 15 minutes of fame?" And he said something to the effect of, "Dude, it's a little bit longer than 15 minutes." I was like, damn, pretty cool. 7/8. How you doing, man? How are you, sir? Yeah, so it was a interesting story about that dude, man. I was like, wow. So he said he partied his ass off, but it was dangerous. It got really, really dangerous, man. I was like, damn, that dude could have died, man, because he didn't tell nobody, or he didn't think about it either. Tell nobody he had a metal plate in his head, and I guess he didn't want to say nothing because he was scared that might, they might not let him be the winner because of his medical conditions. So that's probably why he didn't say nothing, because he didn't want to give it up to somebody else. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know. But still, interesting story. Lost Weekend with Van Halen, that dude. Yes, once again playing my Gibson Les Paul Studio that my good friend Center hooked me up with and let me work some stuff out with him. That's very cool. Beautiful guitar, man. I love it. Plays phenomenal. Let's see. Yeah. I guess that would be a moral of the story, but we're talking about a Lost Weekend with Van Halen. I think all those rules were out the window at the time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Big Dan Hall, the accountant. Sounding great, Joe. Center worked hard on that one. Yes, he did. Absolutely, he did, man. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. That's a great book though. It's the audio version. I Want My MTV, The Birth of MTV, Yeah. Unless you're with Van Halen. Yeah. Yeah, that would, man. Can you just imagine? And that was just one example of how they partied. That was just one story of how those guys partied. Can you imagine how they partied just on their own like that all the time? It's a wonder those guys are still living. Man. Crazy, boy. Man. My goodness gracious. It was but yeah, that is a great book. I have the audio book. It's like over 20 hours long. It's freaking long, man. I was like, damn. I said the audio books I usually get are about 8, 9, maybe 10 hours. I said, this son of a bitch here's 20 hours and some change. So I should be wrapping it up. I just got to be close to getting done because I've been listening to the hell out of it for this past week. But it's very good. Man, that MTV has sure changed a lot. man, it's changed a lot. It ain't nothing like it used to be. Man, they talked about when it also says in that book when they got, Run DMC started having their videos on there, how they MTV didn't want to play them. They weren't into that thing that of like rap videos, and then finally they buckled under the pressure. Same way with Michael Jackson too. I was like, man, y'all are stupid. And because when they started playing those videos, man, MTV just blew up even more. And it's a win-win for everybody, man. But yeah, fantastic. And they had those first set of VJs that was on there. They was there for quite a while. Then they brought in, what was it I listened to last night right before I got done with work? Downtown Julie Brown. Y'all remember her? They said she was hard to work with. They said that she was never on time. She would never, I guess, look at her script or whatever, because they had stuff written out like a monologue. She never would look at that. And then that other guy, Adam Curry, remember him? He had the big blonde hair, the cool hair. I remember him. And they said he could be a jerk sometimes too. I was like, damn, really? And then Kurt Loder, when they brought him in, people didn't like that because he worked for Rolling Stone, which I guess he still does today. I don't know. I have no idea. But he, in some of the VJ's eyes, Kurt Loder was looked upon as the enemy, right? Because he would always slam MTV in his articles and stuff about certain videos. And then he got offered a job with MTV, and he got offered a lot of money, so he took it. So right when all that was, they got rid of all the original VJs. I think Martha Quinn was the last one. No. It was Mark Goodman and Alan Hunter. They were the last two to leave, and they left upon their own accord. They didn't get fired. They saw the end of the road coming, so they just left. So that's pretty wild. Big Dan Hall says she's Downtown Julie Brown seemed like a snob to him. Yeah, I don't know. I remember she had a strong accent. I think she was from England or something. I don't know. Yeah, dry heat 480. You make a great statement. It says now you just have to get pregnant in high school to be on MTV. Pretty sad. Yeah, things have changed, man. Things have changed a lot. Seven of Racist. Adam Curry was the first host for Headbangers Ball. It didn't work because headbangers can smell a fake headbanger. Yeah, that didn't. But yeah, and they talked about. It's getting to the point of the book now where they talked about what was that game show? They had some game show. And Adam Sandler was on there from time to time doing like these little, before Adam Sandler got real famous. What was it called? Oh man, what's the name of that game show? Control something. Remote Control. Thank you. Yes, that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. Yes. Our Metal Stage Podcast, Remote Control. Yes, thank you. Yeah, they were talking about that, how they decided to have a game show. And oh, I didn't know this either. Of course, I'm not familiar with business stuff in that kind of field, TV or whatever. But, MTV was getting so big that Ted Turner decided to come up with his own music channel, and it was called, what was it? Cable Music TV. I can't remember. Cable Music Vision or something. It was like MTV's nemesis, right? And no, I'm not talking about CMT or, it wasn't no country music stuff. It was, just like regular videos like with MTV, but he wanted to go against MTV. Ted Turner did. And so what MTV decided to do, instead of putting their main dog in that fight, they came up with VH1. I didn't know MTV came up with that. I thought it was a different company altogether. But they came up with VH1 to let that go against Ted Turner's stuff. And one of the big guys, former big wheels for MTV, said, we came up with VH1. And he said, we'd rather our VH1 get beat up and the teeth knocked out instead of our main baby MTV, and that's what happened. So that was a great strategy by MTV. I was like, man, I didn't know that. Pretty cool what you learn in a book. Simon Williams. Evening, Joe. Hope all is good with you. Hey, Mr. Williams, how are you, sir? It is almost 6 p.m. where Mr. Williams is in England right now. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so I thought that was a pretty great strategy. It's like, wow, man, I didn't know they came up with that. And yeah, so I remember all that stuff listening to this book, because that was a big part of my youth, MTV. I remember seeing all those changes, how they happened. They gradually just change, and you didn't, for a while you're just like, oh, it's just, they're just trying something different. And then when they started with that reality stuff, man, I didn't like it. 6:50 p.m. I'm sorry. I said almost 6. I meant to say almost 7. I'm sorry. Mr. Williams says, making toad in the hole. Oh, boy. That sounds interesting. Wow. All right. Cool, man. But, yeah, I remember seeing all those changes as they would happen, man. Golly. And then as I got older, I just got to the point where I didn't want to. I said, I'm not watching this no more. This has just gotten ridiculous. No, Mr. Williams, I'm not familiar with that dish. No, I am not familiar with that whatsoever, sir. No, sir, I'm not. No, you got me on that one. Oh, Lord. Yeah, so we're finally parking back over at Penske, where I did that live video and show where the tornado hit like a month ago. We're finally parking back over there now. We're not parking at the dairy no more. Thank God. And that was perfect, because yesterday was rainy and cold. I didn't want to take no long country mile walk from one parking lot to go out here in the field somewhere and find a tractor to drive. Thank God that happened at just the right time. Dry Heat 480 says, nope, Joe don't know what that is. It's not on the Arby's menu. You got that right, man. Let's see. It is sausages and pudding batter. I think that is going to be lost in translation. That's okay, man. It's all good. It's not a problem. Hey, man, everybody likes what they like when it comes to preparing food, right? It's all good. Let's check the time here. It's about time to wrap up here. Let's see. I got to check the screen here. Oh, yeah. We're right there at it. So the timer on the phone here, the numbers are so small, it's hard to see it from right here. And there's no way of watching right here on the screen of I don't see anything with no timer or nothing. So I have to look at the front of the phone. So there we go. I'm going to wrap this up. Go ahead and call it. Thank you, everybody who tuned in. Thank you for everybody that was in the chat box, man. Thank you for the thumbs up. That is phenomenal. Thank you so much, man. Had a great time talking to y'all. Simon Williams says, off to work. How's the new run? So far, so good, Mr. Williams. So far, so good, man. Thank you, Mr. Williams. Jim Guidry. Yes, stay safe, Joe. Thank you, Mr. Jim. Congrats on the studio. Thank you, Mr. Jimbo. Appreciate that, man. Hey, Arby's a sponsor of the show. Oh, that'd be cool. I wouldn't mind that at all. I'd have the last laugh on that, wouldn't I? Simon Williams says, take care on the road. Big Dan Hall, the accountant, says, be safe out there, Joe, and everyone. Thank you, Mr. Dan. I got you, Mr. Jim Guidry. I got you, man. Have a good evening, one and all. Yes, thank y'all. Thank you, Center, again. Center, a.k.a. Stefan, thank you again, man. Very kind of you, sir. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it, my friend. Thank you so much. Thank you. 70 says, have a great day. You too, man. Everybody have a great day. Bruce Anderson, safe travels, Joe. Enjoy your new guitar. I will. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, if y'all want to shout out, now's the time to do it in the chat, because I'm getting ready to call it here in just a second. So, but thank you to everybody who joined. I'll go back a little later after this gets processed, and I'll put some links below. There's no links right now, but I'll put them in a little while after everything processes and all that stuff. We'll put some links down there for social media, T-shirts. I'll go ahead and put the links in for Our Metal Stage podcast for their apparel if you're interested in looking at that. Whatever else, they'll be down there. You just have to check it out. And so thank you. This has been a lot of fun. The plan could have been a lot better, but it's all right, man. I'm still warming up. It's that time of morning for me. So I need a good hour and a half warm-up time. Even Pete Thorne said that in one of his videos, which made me feel so much better when I heard him say that. You know, when he was at GetCon and Tyler Larson was interviewing him. Tyler Larson is from Music Is Win. He's another big guitar YouTuber. And even Pete Thorne said that. He goes, hey, man, we all want to be good when we go on camera, right? He goes, but he says, I'm only human too. He said, if I don't have a lot of time to warm up, I make mistakes. I said, yep, I know I do. I don't hear him make a mistake whatsoever, but a mistake to him might sound like nothing to me, but I make plenty of those, man. Who cares? It's all about having fun, right? That's what I do this for. It's a lot of fun. Okay, guys, y'all have a great day. Be safe. God bless. Be kind to each other. Love you guys, and we'll see you next time in the next video. Until then, stay safe. Take care. Peace out. Bye-bye.